Think again, pot 49. I've got few hypotheses for you. Let's go along with hypothesis 1. Not in a league of their own. If you ever leave the planet Earth, you'll probably end up rethinking some of your feelings about other human beings. A team of psychologists has studied the effects of outer space on inner space, assessing the changes in more than 100 astronauts and cosmonauts through interviews, surveys, and analysis of autobiographies. Upon returning from space, astronauts are less focused on individual achievements and personal happiness and more concerned about the collective good. You develop an instant global consciousness, an intense dissatisfaction with the state of the world, and a compulsion to do something about it. Apollo 13 astronaut Edgar Mitchell reflected, "From out there on the moon, international politics looks so pretty. You want to grab the politician by the scruff of neck and drag him a quarter of a million miles out and say, 'Look at that, you son of a bitch.'" This reaction is known as an overview effect. The astronaut who described it most vividly to me is a space shuttle commander, Jeff Ashby. He called that the first time he looked back at the Earth from outer space, it changed him forever. Let's talk about another hypothesis. That is, hypothesis 2, feeling for our foes. I next turn to the psychology of peace. Years ago, the pioneering psychologist and Holocaust survivor Herb Clement set out to challenge some of the stereotype behind the Israel Palestine conflict by teaching the two sides to understand and empathize with one another. He designed interactive problem solving workshop in which influential Israeli and Palestinian leaders talk off the record about the paths to peace. For years, they come together to share their own experiences and perspectives, address one another's needs and fears, and explore novel solutions to the conflict. Over time, the workshop didn't just shatter stereotypes, some of the participants ended up forming lifelong friendships. Humanizing the other side should be much easier in sports because the stakes are lower and the playing field is more level. I started with another of the biggest rivalries sports, UNC Duke. I asked Shane Battier, who led Duke to an NCAA basketball championship in 2001, what it would take him to root for UNC. His immediate reply was, if they were planning if they were playing the Taliban, I had no idea many people fantasizing about crushing terrorists in the favorite sport. I wondered whether humanizing a Duke student would change UNC student stereotypes of the groups. And here it goes, because that's one way of developing one's ideas. Now we go to hypothesis 3, beasts of habit. My all time favorite commercial starts with a close up of a man and a woman kissing. As the camera zooms out, you see that he is wearing an Ohio State Bucky's sweatshirt and she is wearing Michigan Wolverine t shirt. The caption, without sports. This won't be disgusting. As a lifelong Wolverine fan, I was raised to boo at Bucky's fans. My uncle filled his basement with Michigan paraphernalia, got up at 3 a.m. on Saturday to start setting up for the tailgates, and drove a van with Michigan logo emblazoned on the side. When I went back home to Michigan for graduate school, one of my college roommates started medical school at Ohio State, it was only natural for me to preach my school's superiority by phoning him.